Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis coming with you with another toy review video. Now, this week's video is introducing Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege. And the character is Autobot Hound, number WFC S9. So, as you can tell, he is very reminiscent of the G1 version of his, robot transform mode. As you can tell, it is based off of the new line, War for Cybertron. And I'm going to show you a couple of things here. Well, I'm going to try and zoom in on this. And as you can tell, try and brighten that up just a little bit. There we go. And you can tell he has some really good details and such. You can tell he's got some dry brushing here and there, which I have to say, I've been seeing a lot of reviews about the Siege figures. There are some that basically are not all that pleased with the dry brushing effect. There was even questions about will they make a cleaner version on this, but because it is part of this War for Cybertron before they wound up coming into Earth, they're going to be kind of some wear and tear, some scuffing and all this, sort of like battle scars and stuff like that. But we're looking at the figures here, and just based off of what I'm seeing, he is a good looking figure. Now, I have opened him up, played around with him a bit, transformed him, all that fun stuff. So he's kind of loose on the box. But let me go ahead and show you a few things. Speaking of the box, zoom out. There we go. There we go. All right, and you can tell along the right side, big bold letters, Transformers, Autobot Insignia Generations line. This is a deluxe class version. Deluxe class figure. Now I know that with the leader size figures of Ultra Magnus and Shockwave, I think also Optimus and Megatron were also leader class. Different variation of leader class to keep in scale with everyone else within the line. But I'm going to go ahead and show off some of the box details, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to getting him out of the box and showing off his articulations and such. Okay, now here we have the side of the box with the artwork on there of Hound and whatnot, and he's got this stern commanding look. Honestly, I think he kind of resembles a Cup in a way, kind of like the old Warhorse and whatnot. And oh, hang on a sec. Yeah, see, I need a bigger light stage here, but let me show you the other side of the box, which has the artwork for the line, Siege War for Cybertron Trilogy with that really cool artwork. Honestly, if someone were to make a long poster like that, I would so buy it. And of course, you have your obligatory product shots right here, which shows, and I'm going to zoom out just a bit, and let's see if I can try and adjust that just a little here. Okay. So, good enough. Okay, like I mentioned before, I did open this up, and of course it showcases not only his posing vehicle mode, but he also has an image of him holding a Battle Master, and we have a couple of them displayed in the box, or on the box as a matter of fact, which has oh my goodness, I forgot the name of these guys. You have Lionizer, and you also have what was the other one? I actually have them behind the light stage here. Blowpipe. There we go. Now, one thing is, Blowpipe is a Decepticon Battle Master, which I'm actually going to probably display him with one of the Battle Masters. I don't know. I'll decide on that later, but I'll probably do a review on the Battle Masters as well. So now there you see the display on the box. Let's go ahead and get them out. And as Optibotimus normally says, let's see how cool he really is. Alrighty, folks, and there is Hound. Pretty much, you know, he has a lot of great detail. I'm going to try and brighten this up just a bit so you can be able to see it. Oop, too bright, there we go. Just a little bit darker. Alright, so as you can tell, he is a great looking figure. He's got a lot of good moldings, some great I want to say it's some great paint applications. Now, naturally, whenever I get a new figure, I normally take these to work and just basically show off. I had my team manager take a look, and he's like, he's a cool figure. He's like, I'm just not fond of the little stars on his shoulders, because it kind of reminds him of the Dallas Cowboys insignia. And I'm like, what can I say? He's a Cowboys fan. But I mean, you know, reminiscent of the old Army Jeeps, you know, stuff like that. But nonetheless, like I said, there's a lot of great molded detail. I'm going to go ahead and try and show this off just as much as I can. Come on. Alright, I got it. There we go. So as you can tell, whoops, too bright, there we go. So he's got some really great molded detail in his legs, on his waist, his, you know, his robotic codpiece area, his calves, thighs, feet, you know, the tires, even the hubcaps, the wheel well, the back. Not much of a backpack on here, as a matter of fact. Yeah, it's not too bad looking. It molds right in very well, you know. And so as you can tell, he's got like several ports throughout the robot mode that you can be able to put in additional weapons, like the weaponizer figures, even certain areas that have pegs, like on the shoulders here, because a lot of the weaponizers, they have like these you know visual effects to where you can put them on the little, you know, peg over here on the weapons turn wheel, right here in the missile pod, or on the pegs here, as if he's being, you know, shot or whatever the case may be. That is pretty awesome. It's a pretty good effect. I know that certain third-party companies have made little effects to where you can basically make some dramatic poses for a lot of these figures. So I may actually get some of those as well if I decide to go ahead and set that up. I do want to go ahead and see about, you know, getting a display stand, or at least a backdrop, so I could be able to utilize that instead of you know, this white background, because it's so, you know, this is so plain and such, but you know, does give it a little bit of oomph on here. But anyway, let's go ahead and check out the articulation. I'll try and make sure that so his head is on a type of ball joint, so he can look up and down, left and right, 360 as a matter of fact. His His arms can go 360 all the way. He does has a bicep swivel, elbow at 90 degrees, rotation, wrist rotation. Same with the left arm as well. Same thing. He can kick up about 90 degrees, kick back almost 90 degrees. It kind of hits the back here. He's got a type of thigh rotation here. He does have a knee bend about 90 degrees, and of course he's got an ankle tilt. Oops, I didn't check that. So he's got an ankle tilt here, so you can be able to put him in some really dramatic poses, like he's running. I'm gonna try and zoom out of that, take a couple pics, and so I'm gonna try and see if I can take some figure photography outside, and probably post those up, later on, even with the effects. So we'll see what happens at that point. Now I'm going to go ahead and transform him into vehicle mode. So for that, I'm going to go ahead and stand him up fully again. Go ahead and take off his weapons. Come on, let go. Thank you. Take off the missile pod. Come on, let go. Thank you. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and open the arms out. Let me zoom out just a little. There we go. And now, go ahead and move this over. Now move this backpack up a little, and then transform him down. Now originally I did try to see about turning his head. However, in the form of transformation, it did not go through. So we need to go ahead and just keep it forward like so, and make sure those are pegged in. Now we gotta go ahead and put the arms up just a bit, snap them in here, turn them down like so, and then do the same with the other. Like that. Okay, so now we gotta go ahead and put the legs open like so, and we're gonna do the same with the other, and we gotta turn this around. Now, there we go. Okay, so there is a peg right here, and it's going to go into this port right here. So you just snap that in there, and you're going to pull that foot right here. Now you're going to do the same thing with the other one. Oops, sorry folks. So okay, I'm going to go ahead and snap those in there and snap the foot in. Now for the arms, not sure if you're able to see those, but there is a peg right here. I'm going to try and zoom in here. Okay, now, well, trust me, there's a peg right here, and there's a port right there in the forearm. So you just gotta snap that in there. Okay, and of course you got ports right there, and you got a couple posts right there, a couple pegs. So you just snap those in, and I'm gonna zoom back out. And there you have, oh, almost forgot. So on his weapons, like so, you just gotta take this weapon pod here, and there is a post right there that you just snap that on. Now for this weapon, you can either put it on that port, or this port, or that port, or this port, or this port, or the other port, or this port on either side. So you do have a lot of choices of posting your weapons, but you can place it right here if you like. I personally want to post it right there. And for this missile pod, I'm gonna go ahead and post it right here. Again, it's your toy. Display it how you wish. Plop. There we go. And there he is. I mean, he's in vehicle mode. He rose pretty nicely. Now, I did notice, I'm thinking it's probably just something that slipped through the cracks in QC. However, this right tire, or front right tire, is kind of stiff. It doesn't roll like, try and brighten that up there. It doesn't roll like, see, that one's just a bit stiff. So, but it still rolls, you know, you're able to roll it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in his pal Sideswipe, and as you can tell, they scale pretty nicely with each other. Of course, I think they gave him a Cybertronian Humvee type look in terms of Hound's alternate vehicle mode, and of course you have a Cybertronian Lambo. At least I can say I've got a Lambo. Of course, it's not in the driveway, but hey, it's all good. And a Humvee. But you know, they scale pretty nicely. I like them. They are, you know, they roll pretty nicely. The detail is awesome. I personally don't have any complaints. So far, I would have to give this at least an 8 out of 10. I don't know if I gave Sideswipe the same rating. I think I did, so that's always good. I'm going to go ahead and transform them back into robot mode, and then just do a side-by-side size comparison. Okay, so here is Hound once again, and this time accompanied by Sideswipe. And as you can tell, they scale pretty well. I mean, I don't see any type of issues with them. I'm just gonna go ahead and just adjust the head so that way they're looking at the camera. So I'm not sure what else to say. Now, in the case of a rating, I want to go ahead and give it at least about an 8. I think I gave Sideswipe the same amount of rating. Like I said, they scale pretty well with each other. More than likely, they're going to go ahead and scale pretty well with other Siege figures of this line. So I'm not sure what else I can say about this that hasn't already been said. If you have any comments or suggestions that you want to see in future episodes, just leave a description or just leave a comment in the description down below. Go ahead and like and share this video, please. And of course, I do have a P.O. box that I am now starting to receive items from those that are watching my videos, which is pretty awesome. So if there's anything that you want me to show off, or that you want to want me to go ahead and basically show off, like I said, just go ahead and drop me a line. You can go ahead and for those that are using regular US postal, you can go ahead and drop it off at P.O. Box 247, San Antonio, Texas 78291. Or if you're like from overseas or just plan on using FedEx or UPS, you can go ahead and send it off to 615 East Houston, number 247, San Antonio, Texas 78291. And that's all there is to say about this. I want to go ahead and just give out a special shout out to everyone that that has basically encouraged me to create videos to begin with. From my fiance to those that helped me actually make the videos, such as Buddy from Buddy's Toys and Collectibles here in San Antonio, Texas, to my regular job that allows me a paycheck to actually buy the figures so I can go ahead and do the videos. And for those individuals that actually sent me something, I want to give a thumbs up, way up. And I'm hoping to bring more videos as the months come along. I know I've been pretty sporadic, but I'm trying to go ahead and do more. And hopefully the production quality will be a little bit better as we go along. Like I said, I just need to go ahead and just improve my quality, improve the regularity that the videos come out, and actually start putting the links up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and just to see what's out there. So this is Phoenix Draconis. This is Hound from the War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege line, along with his buddy Sideswipe, and we will be catching you up on the flip side. Peace.